Welcome to Tech News Today, a podcast about keeping you informed and empowered by giving you the latest tech stories that impact your daily life. It's Friday, September 21st, and I'm Spike Spangle. Coming up in a bit, the number of spoofed websites used to rip us off are out of control. Plus, Amazon just announced a bunch of new Alexa-enabled devices that will be hitting the market. And students have found a sneaky way to get out of doing homework. All that and more in Tech News Today from Komando.com. We start with a dire warning from the Senior Government Affairs Director at Symtec. Dina Graziano told The Hill this week that we can expect to see a huge uptick in the number of fake websites across the web. Those sites are being used to fish for users' information to steal their money and commit identity fraud. Not good. The security company made the assessment after looking into the hack at the DNC back in 2016 and found that spoofed websites are a big problem. Tons of people look at a spoofed website and think it's the real one, which is easy to do because criminals use logos and other tricks to make it look official. Then, victims enter sensitive data on the site, and just like that, scammers are in business. Unfortunately, more and more spoofed sites are popping up all the time, which is why it's important to be careful with links, especially ones found in unsolicited emails. Whenever you visit a website, it's best to type the address directly into the address bar. That way, you know you're on the correct site. In case you missed it, Amazon threw a surprise event this week. As rumored, it unveiled a barrage of Alexa-enabled devices aimed to expand its virtual assistant's chokehold on the smart home market. Some may say that it's like a poor man's Apple event, but boy oh boy, Amazon really came through with some exciting new products. It just may have out-Appled Apple this year. One of the new items to look forward to is a redesigned Echo Dot, which has already been a huge success mainly because of its affordability. But Amazon has redesigned the diminutive smart speaker with a sleeker, thinner, and more attractive look. Not only that, but it will come with a more impressive speaker. That addressed the major knock the old Echo Dot needed to fix, the lower quality sound it produced. It's going to be available on October 11th, but pre-orders are being taken now. Another impressive new product is the Amazon Basics Microwave. The cool thing about it is it's voice controlled and has a bunch of quick cook presets. Just pair the microwave with another Alexa device and you can start cooking with your voice. Alexa, reheat rice! And just like that, you've got rice cooked to perfection. You don't even have to say Alexa if you don't want to. There's an Ask Alexa button on the front of the microwave that you can press and say your cook time. The microwave will be available November 14th and pre-orders are being taken, and it's under $60. There were tons of other items announced at the event like the Echo Sub, Echo Link, Echo Plus, and much more. To find out everything you need to know, go to Komando.com and check out our full write-up in the Happening Now section. We have more tech news ahead, but now a quick thank you to our amazing partners at Dell.
As a business owner, I rely on Dell Small Business Technology Advisors. I'm Kim Komando. Now, you and I both know there's nothing small about our businesses. Our reputation is always on the line, and that's where the Dell Small Business Technology Advisors come in. Reliable Dell PCs with Intel Core processors are rock solid. That means you can focus on getting business done. Call 877-BUY-DELL. That's 1-877-BUY-DELL.
Do you remember back in school when teachers would give assignments that needed to be a certain number of pages? Well, there's a devious new technique that students are using to cut back on homework. It's all in the typeface. For decades, students have been writing papers with the Times New Roman font. But there's a new version now called Times Newer Roman, and the font sneakily reduces the amount of words needed to fill up a page. That's because the font looks exactly like the old style, but it's actually 5 to 10% wider, which means students could reduce the required word count by as many as 13%. According to the group that designed the new font, a 15-page document in 12-point type would only require just over 5,800 words. The old way would take an additional 850 words to fill the same amount of space. Nice. There's good news for Android fans. Google recently announced it's expanding the life-saving Android Emergency Location service that debuted in 2016. It's been available in 14 countries already, but now it's coming to the US. It's designed to pinpoint your exact location, so when you call 911 from an Android gadget, emergency responders can easily find you. Google said more than 80% of all emergency calls come from mobile phones, but locating the phones can be challenging, as traditional emergency location technologies can fail indoors or have a radius that's too big to be useful. That's why this feature is so important. It uses GPS, Wi-Fi, mobile networks, and sensors to identify your location. It works both indoors and outside with the same accuracy as Google Maps. Google said emergency centers told it that the service has already helped save lives and gave an example of a Florida man who told a 911 operator the wrong address. Android's emergency location service was able to lead responders to the correct spot in time to save his life. How would you like to have a shopping assistant that knows exactly what you would like to buy? Amazon might have a solution for you there. It has a feature named Scout that will help give you suggestions on future purchases. Now, this might sound like targeted ads, but it's not. Instead of relying on things that you've already searched for or bought in the past, Scout recommends items based on products that you like and shies away from those that you don't. It's kind of like online dating, but for retail goods. Just visit Amazon's Scout page and you'll see a handful of categories to look through. Furniture, home decor, bedding, products are just a few of the categories available right now, but there'll be more in the future. Once you choose a category, you're shown a variety of products, and each of them have 2 buttons below their picture. One is a thumbs up and the other is a thumbs down. After clicking on some of these items, up or down, Amazon will show you products that you like based on the selections you made. Shopping made simple. How smart is your home? There are so many smart gadgets and appliances in the marketplace now, it would make the Jetsons proud. TVs, lights, thermostats, and refrigerators are just a few smart items that you might already have working for you around the house. There's even smart doorbells with built-in cameras that will show you anyone at the door, even if you're not at home. But one Georgia man recently got the surprise of a lifetime from his own smart doorbell. BJ May was trying to get into his house when his Nest Hello smart doorbell locked him out. The reason? It thought he was Batman. You see, the system is designed to lock out when it doesn't recognize a visitor. The problem was, May was wearing a graphic t-shirt with the face of the Caped Crusader on the front. The camera took a picture of Batman's face and assumed the Dark Knight was the person trying to get into the house. When May went to the app to find out what was happening, he saw the image of Batman as an attempted intruder. May had a good laugh over it and was able to get into the house by entering his own secret code. This is one app that can help you protect your own Batcave. You're not going to believe this next story. A Dutch musician who makes money by posting music on YouTube just got in trouble for copyright infringement. But get this, it was his own song. Paul Davids has over 600,000 YouTube subscribers and makes good money by posting videos of himself playing the guitar and other instruments. Most of his posts are tunes that he wrote himself, but he was recently contacted by YouTube telling him that one of his videos had been flagged for copyright infringement. He looked into it and found out that someone else took his track, added vocals and guitar to make it their own song. Then they uploaded it to YouTube and he was credited for composing an original song, when in reality it was actually based on David's work. It turns out YouTube has a Content ID system that automatically decides whether a video contains copyrighted material. Unfortunately, it totally had this incident reversed and accused the wrong person. Davids actually tracked down the person who used his track on Facebook and ended up deciding to let him keep using his song. What a good guy. By the way, once you're done listening to our podcast, do us a favor and give us a good rating on wherever you're listening to us. Write us a few good words so others can find our podcast more easily. We'd really appreciate it. And finally, for today's Commando Kicker. It was such a tragic event when students started learning about just 8 planets in our solar system instead of 9. Poor Pluto had its planetary status revoked in August of 2006. But according to some new research from the University of Central Florida, that might not have been valid. The reason Pluto lost its status was because, by definition, a planet needs to be the largest gravitational force in its orbit. And Neptune was too close to Pluto for that to be true, because that definition was based on reasoning that has since been disproven. But what does that mean for Pluto? To be or not to be? That is the question. For more fun and interesting facts, go to Komando.com and search for Commando Kicker. That's our tech news for today from Komando.com, and special thanks to our partners at Indeed.
When it comes to hiring, you don't have to waste time. You need help getting to your short list of qualified candidates fast. That's why you need Indeed.com. Post a job in minutes, set up screener questions, then zero in on qualified candidates using an intuitive online dashboard. And when you need to hire fast, accelerate your results with sponsored jobs. New users can try for free at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.